So here we are. This is where I normally operate, and there's a needle to show where my fingers are normally at, you know, to film it. And with my tweezer I'm operating here, and the Morgellon was sitting here, remember? So here again is the heart, which is a pin that I usually sometimes also use to work on my fingers, you know. And that's the one I showed you a few days ago, a little pinky finger where I had that almost fainting feeling, you know. So here I'm going to make some clips, a film about it, where how I'm doing my surgery here. Here's the big lens, and here's what you're seeing, you know. That's how I operate, like over the display of the camera. Here I can zoom in and out, and that's how it works. And that here is my surgery light, exactly. So now I'm going to make a few clips of it when I'm going to do the pinky finger again. Yes. And that's the zoom lens, the 210 that I'm using it for. So here's my finger and the display, you can see it, and I have to go either close to it, and that gets sharper, further away gets unfocused, and I also have to move it, and it's entsprechend. So here's my finger. When you watch this here now, there's display in the left, how close I go to it. So here is my thing that I did last night. So by moving the finger to the left or right, goes upwards or downwards, you know. And I've also put this stack of paper here, you know, to make it level as possible, and also watching it. I even see here right now that there's a Morgellon again sticking out of my little finger there. So when I put it, really turning it like that, and I have a black display on the other side here in this other direction, then I be able eventually to see this, you know, see this blackness on top of that there. So and also I have to make it as possible nice visible. If I go the other way, it's shady, you see that? And if I go to the right more, it's more light, but it may be out of focus. And this here is my surgeon light. With this I can adjust it, you know, where I want to have the beam at to operate later on better on it. And this is how I work. It is quite almost complicated, but it's not that complicated. It's sometimes it's very frustrating because some things don't work the way it's supposed to, but that's how it goes. So I have to eventually, you know, go closer or a little bit further away. I'm going to close in now and show you that there are already a few Morgellons a little bit far sitting there. So you can see it nicely with the light shining on it, and here you can see those Morgellons sitting there again on my wound that I did last night. So oops, here my finger, the display moving in, and you can see already, you see him on the top, in the middle, in the center, moving Morgellon. We just saw, you know, a second ago in front of the lens. And this is how I can go as close as possible, and eventually when they get out of focus, I just need to move the finger closer to the lens or further away, or I have to turn it, sometimes twist this, go left and right. So it's kind of complicated, but it's like on a microscope, you know, you have those buttons that you just turn lever left or right, and you get the same result, which is much better than this here, because I have to keep on focusing, you know, keep it focused what I want to do, also to keep it nice in the center, I have to be zooming in or out, filming, and then when I pull something out, which is the nice thing about it, see, I just moved it. So when I pull something out, I just pull it out, and then I decide to show where I'm pulling it through, you know. So that is making it very interesting. Look at this. I didn't see this one before, but you can see it's on the edge. There's a Morgellon sticking out and some black Morgellons sitting in the wound. I didn't see that part yet. But since I'm at it, I might as well try to, from this distance here, to operate on it. Get my tweezer now down there, and I have to watch because my tweezer also I have to follow it in the center. And better yet, so I'm too close. I have to squeeze them together, so because I don't know where the left one part of the tweezer is and the other one and the right one. So that way I have them in view, and now I can turn the tweezer to the left or to the right. I'm turning it to the right, so I'll be able to grab it eventually. And also the tweezer I have to, from this position is a little bit difficult with the camera standing here. I have to put the tweezer more upright, sorry. So almost straight downward and leaning against the lens a little bit with the one finger, so I'll be not able, so I do not shake too much around, you know. So here I would go down and then grab it. So that's why I'm shaking a little bit, because it's, you see the other Morgellon up there. Here is this. It's just, I didn't grab it yet. It's just, I just bumped into it because I want to show that. Now I'm going to a little bit closer to the display so you see it a little bit better. So I have to keep it nice and quiet still, and zooming into it. That's how it would look. And now I have to keep the fingers still, you know, as still as possible, so to make really nice clips that I'm doing for you guys. So the more light it gets to it, onto it, I can get really nice clean clips. I'm going to show you that from another position as well, so you see how a little bit not complicated but aufwendig, meaning there's a lot of work to it to film something like that. Look at this, very nice. I'm going to pull him out somehow eventually and then blow at him, like breathe at him hot air, and hopefully he'll move. That's a Morgellon, I guess, sticking out. It may also be, but it may also be on the ground level. So here we go. Adjusting the light, spotlight. I have it a little bit more tilted to this side, hopefully you see it. So now I can see a better look at it. I'll look here, right? Oh, okay, I can see him. Right there, there is one hanging over, got a hangover Morgellon. And here's the part that we just looked at. So now you can see him, you can see him here by moving it back and forth. So you can see it, so maybe out of focus. There it is, see it? I'm going to take this one here. Should I show you guys this? There's one Morgellon there. This is... Okay, let's go back. Take some time. So, interesting. What's this? What's this? Oh, this looks like a... it's maybe a filling of either with an infection here maybe. I'll take a look at this in a moment. Okay, now let's go for that Morgellion there.